Hi everyone, welcome to Elevate Mindset with another video. Hope you are enjoying. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. The camera gently pans across a messy bedroom on a cloudy morning. Clothes scattered, lights dim, notifications ignored. A person sits on the edge of the bed, staring at nothing. We all know this feeling, when life becomes heavy, confusing, and loud. When you stop recognizing your own reflection, and the world becomes a blur. It's okay to admit you're lost. That honesty is the very first step back. Silence wraps around them, not as comfort, but as weight. Doubt creeps in through cracks of the mind. You start asking questions like, who am I becoming? And what happened to the old me? Your heart simply whispers, I miss myself. And that whisper hurts more than anyone knows. But even in this moment, pain is proof that you're still alive. You're still capable of caring. And somewhere deep inside, something refuses to give up, a spark waiting for direction. Fade into a quiet living room. The character sits cross-legged on the floor, eyes closed. A soft voice narrates, finding yourself does not start by searching outside. It starts by listening inside. The world trained you to chase noise, achievements, likes, validation. But finding yourself requires stillness, disconnection. The old version of you wasn't lost. It was buried under other people's expectations. And when you finally pause, the dust begins to fall away. The silence slowly becomes peaceful. Thoughts begin to float instead of crash. And for the first time, you hear your true voice. It's faint, it's fragile, but it's yours. And you realize everything begins within. The camera shows photos, trophies, and objects boxed away. The character touches each one, memories, hopes, failures. Sometimes we cling to identities that aren't ours anymore. We hold on to friends we've outgrown, habits that damage us, dreams that expired. And letting go feels like losing a limb. But the truth is, you can't find yourself if you're carrying who you used to be. Growth requires burial. Transformation demands sacrifice. And healing always asks the question, are you ready to release what's sinking you? Tears fall, but you begin boxing those versions away. Because you finally understand, peace is more valuable than pretending. The character stands in front of a mirror. Tired eyes, heavy heart, yet something shifts. They whisper affirmations, I'm enough, I'm rebuilding, I'm worthy. At first, they don't believe it. But repetition rewires the mind. Every time they say it, the voice gets stronger. The mirror shows someone who survived storms they never talk about. Scars begin to look like strength marks. And confidence returns in tiny moments, not by force, but by truth. Because sometimes you find yourself in the reflection you avoided for years. One honest look can restart your entire life. The camera cuts to a journal page titled, Who Am I Becoming? Pen scribble answers slowly. Identity isn't found, it's created. You're not stuck with the version life gave you. You get to build from scratch. Interests shift. Goals evolve. People change paths. And that's not failure, that's growth. You write down new passions, new values, new dreams. Suddenly, the future feels wide open again. You are designing the blueprint of your next chapter, one thought at a time. Finding yourself is not remembering, it's reinventing. In a dim room, the character opens a laptop labeled Unfinished Projects. Fear sits beside them like a shadow. Sometimes, the parts of yourself you abandon are waiting right where you left them. Creativity frozen, boldness sleeping, ambition silenced. To find yourself, you must face what scared you, the unfinished, the uncomfortable, the risky. Because courage doesn't come before action, it arrives during it. You begin working again, piece by piece. And in the process, you dust off the parts of your soul that mattered. Suddenly, you remember what passion feels like. The sun rises over a quiet neighborhood. The character jogs down a street. Sweat, rhythm, breath. The body wakes the spirit. You realize the mind is clearer when the body moves. Discipline becomes a bridge between who you are and who you want to be. Morning routines, healthy meals, quiet prayer, a clean room. Each habit becomes a message. I care about myself. And you feel something powerful, stability. Progress isn't loud. It's a whisper, one routine at a time. Brick by brick, you're returning to yourself. Split shot, one phone lights up with negative messages, drained expression. Another scene, a quiet coffee shop surrounded by uplifting strangers, peaceful smile. Sometimes, the problem isn't your identity. It's your environment. You don't lose yourself alone. You lose yourself in crowds that push you off your path. When you finally step away, you feel weight lift off your chest. Distance is healing. Boundaries are oxygen. And suddenly, silence becomes a friend again. Freedom feels like breathing clean air. The character tries new experiences. Painting, hiking, cooking, guitar. Laughter returns in pieces. You realize you aren't the same person as before, and that's beautiful. New interests awaken new versions of you. Curiosity becomes a compass. Joy is not found, it's created. In small hobbies, random adventures, late-night thoughts. And when you feel happiness, even for a moment, you whisper, that I am. The spark becomes a flame. You finally start to feel alive again. Final shot. The character stands on a cliff at sunrise, wind blowing, peaceful music. Finding yourself is not a destination. It's a journey, a cycle. You will get lost again and again, but every time you will return stronger, gentler, smarter. Because the truth is, you are not defined by what you lost. You are defined by what you rebuild, by the courage to restart, by the strength to look inward instead of outward. You are not behind. You're not broken. You're evolving. And today, you found your direction again.